Hello Scorpio, I'm Kay. Welcome to Lit Intuition Tarot. Right now I'm going to be doing your guys' weekly general reading. I'm sorry the lighting is kind of dim. If it's really terrible, I will make sure to change it next time. I just keep it kind of dark in here in the evenings because I have this huge window with these Venetian blinds that you can sometimes kind of see through the cracks, and it's not like I'm a celebrity or I'm being paranoid or anything, but I just don't really like the feeling of, you know, that somebody could just walk by and see me. I don't know, I'm just kind of been in hermit mode the last month or so, cutting off some connections, letting go of some people, and that sort of thing, and they all know where I live too, so I've had people coming by and trying to get me to come out and talk, and I have no idea why I'm telling you all this. It's very personal and I apologize, but maybe it's got something to do with your upcoming reading here. To get back on track though, as I was saying, I do a weekly general reading for y'all and a love reading weekly as well. Sometimes they overlap, but that schedule below in the description box, it's tentative as this is a new channel and I'll be experimenting with different formats and spreads each week, so if you don't really like this reading, I would greatly appreciate it if you give me another chance some other time, Scorpio. There's also instructions down there for how to donate to my channel if you're so inclined, a list of the decks that I use, and a website link where you can book a personal reading with me or order a personalized avatar birth chart. Details are below. These two decks are new. I haven't added them to the list down there yet though. I'll have to do that tomorrow. But I'm starting out with the Black Tarot, which only you and Sagittarius got to enjoy today because you guys are special. And I'm gonna be, and I mean that sincerely actually. But I'm not gonna get into that. So then we have the little miniature pocket-sized Light Seers Tarot that I'll be using to clarify. And okay, so let's get started. I just kind of, my brain feels really kind of foggy all of a sudden, Scorpio. I'm not sure if it's my energy or yours, so let's see what's going on. Like I said, new deck. Please be patient with me as it may take longer in some cases for cards to flip. But this first one was very obliging. It flipped over right away. We have the Ten of Wands as your overall energy. I'm doing a general Celtic cross today because with the holidays and everything, I've just had a lot going on and a lot of distractions, and so I'm just kind of sticking with an oldie but goodie, tried and true. That way I'm not extra distracted by, you know, trying to learn new spreads and stuff like that, and I can focus more on the energy. Oops, I had one fall on the floor. I have a couple on my lap, but I don't take those. Our spirit knows. Sometimes I'll glance at them and mention them if I feel that they're relevant, but we haven't gotten far enough yet to see, so let's keep going. Spirit, please show me the obstacle or challenge for Scorpio this week. Oh, I love this deck though. Black Tarot, it's really cool artwork. And okay, so the next card out, we have Strength, Major Arcana for Leo. Okay. I'll be interpreting all the cards, you know, as I go, as things kind of come to me, but with the clarification, I'll be interpreting in more detail. Yeah, those are my neighbors, and that's another reason why I keep the lights off, because they seem kind of loopy. Alright, now at the crown we have Judgment. That's one of your major arcana cards for Scorpio energy there. Okay. So far, I mean, just kind of like a bare bones. Scorpio, I'm picking up, you know, you're heavily burdened with something. Carrying a heavy load, got some responsibilities, and that, you know, your challenge at this time really is just to keep going. To have this, you know, the strength card's pretty straightforward. To have the strength, you know, strength is also about compassion and not just courage. So it's, you know, facing these things and, you know, not giving up, of course. And with the Judgment, well, first of all, we have the Queen of Cups that flipped over for what's below and your sort of subconscious lurking energies. Queen of Cups to me represents Cancerian energy, but it can also be about Scorpio or Pisces as well. The energy, I mean, it doesn't have to be a person of that sign. It's just a representation of that kind of vibe. And gender also here doesn't matter. Keep that in mind. So whether male or female, you could be showing up as having that energy in your subconscious. So let's continue here. That's a very loving, sweet, nurturing kind of queen. She's can be motherly. She's intuitive, creative. But that Judgment's kind of what I want to clarify for sure. As the goal, I mean, that can be about revisiting the past, second chances, that type of thing. But we'll get more information on it as we go. Now, in your recent past, we have the Knight of Wands, which I see as Leo energy. Can also be Sagittarius or sometimes Aries for me, but usually the other two fire signs. Okay, so I like the Knight of Wands. He gets a bad rep in love readings a lot for being a player type of energy, but it can also just be someone who, you know, there's no crime in, I mean, if you're not in a committed relationship, there's no crime in wanting to explore. Kind of broaden your horizons, and it's not just about lovers either, of course, or about sex and passion. You know, wands also represent passion for other things, just kind of like that spark, things that get you excited about life, creativity, and travel, and all that. So that's showing up in your past. Okay, I think I might be starting to see where this might be going, but I'm not going to say anything yet. Nine of Cups in the near future. We'll look at you, Scorpio. Pisces energy. That's about wish fulfillment. Having everything that you need to make yourself happy. And it's a beautiful energy. I understand sometimes it can come out as greedy or selfish in certain circumstances, but, you know, especially if you are in this solitary Knight of Wands type of vibe, or you have been, then you would be pursuing your own happiness. And once again, not that you need my approval, but, you know, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm going to give you my opinion anyway, but we have the Two of Cups coming up for outlook or approach, Cancer energy. Pisces got that in the same position. Different deck though, and okay, so Two of Cups, love. Doesn't have to be romantic, can also be a family connection, friendship, or even a business partnership if it's a significant one. And it's about seeing eye to eye, equal give and take. It can be like two totally different types of people or energies coming together, excuse me, in a strong soulmate type of bond. And when I say different, it doesn't have to be, but lots of times with the Two of Cups on the pictures, you'll see, like, you know, two people of maybe different ethnicities, or, you know, and with this picture, it's very abstract. You can see the symbols up here. You know, like they're kind of creating this blaze with this Venus and Mars. But, you know, it's not really looking very people-ish, but at any rate, two people coming together, you know, with the same, the same kind of vision for what they, you know, want to achieve together. Spirit, please show me what's in Scorpio's house this week. I'm so sorry. Alright, 5 of Spheres we have here, and that's Taurus energy. Okay, well that would be a card of, you know, since it's in your house and it's not your vibe, that of people, places, or events around you. Looks like somebody's feeling maybe abandoned or rejected or left out in the cold. You've got the Knight of Swords showing up next for hopes and fears. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And let's get one more, and then we'll start to get deeper into the meanings when I clarify here. Spirit, please show me the final outcome for Scorpio. Keep in mind, tarot's for entertainment purposes only, guys, and Final outcomes are not actually set in stone, as free will is always at play. You've got the Queen of Spheres coming out, also known as the Queen of Pentacles, of course, in the final outcome position for your snapshot of this week. I see that it's Capricorn, which we just entered Capricorn season, and it can also represent Taurus or Virgo. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I want to pick up and say about this spread before I clarify. So we already kind of covered this basic energy of bearing a burden, or a lot of them, and needing the strength to pull through. The goal here, okay, so yes, sort of revisiting something in your past that you may have been brushing off, you know, in the near recent past, I should say. With the Knight of Wands, you might have kind of had sort of a frivolous attitude about something, you know, where you were just sort of in and out or inconsistent, or you didn't really commit yourself to it, whether this be about a relationship with another person or people or something else. In the near future, you know, it looks like you're getting what you want. So it's not the Ten of Cups, so it's not really necessarily within a family or community or relationship setting, although the Nine of Cups technically can be about getting the person you want as well. So I'll just go ahead and get started here with the Judgment. Spirit, please clarify Judgment for Scorpio. 3 cards or less, or I'll take the top card. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. I'm just giggling because it's also in your past position. Okay, so you might want to kind of take stock in Scorpio. You know, this isn't obviously saying anybody's doing anything wrong. I certainly don't make any judgments when I read tarot, and lots of times it's just kind of Spirit telling us to look at something. And in this case, it's kind of literally telling you to, maybe it would be to your benefit to take a look at something, at some repeated behaviors from the past. What you would call typical Knight of Wands behavior, which I've already described, just being kind of exploratory, maybe a little inconsistent. It might be the kind of energy of where you start a lot of things but don't quite finish. Alright, so let's move on now. Let's see what this Queen of Cups is about in your subconscious. Cancerian energy. I think you guys were really dealing with a Cancer last week, if I remember correctly. Or that might have been in your love reading. But we have this clarified by the King of Cups. Whoa. Interesting. Pair. Scorpio, Pisces, energy, sometimes Cancer. Excuse me. I wish I didn't have to do that. Okay. Wow. So, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that. I want to see something here first. Spirit, please show me the Nine of Cups for Scorpio in the near future. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, boy. The Empress. Major Arcana for Taurus and Libra. Dare I say, Scorpio, that you are falling in love? I'm sorry, I know I'm being stupid tonight, you guys. It's been kind of a difficult day for me, full disclosure. I've just been kind of in a gloomy mood. But I'm trying to pull myself out of that with black cards in a dark room and a black tablecloth and a black sweater on. But I digress. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, Scorpio, is you... Okay, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. True pair. So you have felt a connection with this person, also evidenced in the Two of Cups, which is coming up. You have met somebody that kind of ticked all the boxes. You know, they can meet the depth of your emotional intensity. They're sweet enough to put up with any kind of, you know, Scorpio, like, mysteriousness or weirdness. I love you guys. No, really. But, at any rate, it seems like you're going from a knight here in your recent past to a king energy already in your subconscious. So it almost looks like there's some kind of thing that, or person that you're connecting with on a very deep level, even if you're not completely admitting it to yourself yet. Although it looks like in the near future you will be. But so I was going somewhere with that though. I was going to say, so you're feeling this connection on like a deeper level. And so this might be sort of like the eye-opener for you. Not saying you're going to grow up or stop being you know, exploring your options or whatnot, if that's what you're into. But you, with the near future showing up, the Empress clarifying this Nine of Cups, like, this, I'm thinking this is a love reading. Like I said, sometimes they overlap, but not entirely, because it's about you too, Scorpio. But I'm seeing that you're landing this person. I mean, she's very obviously a mother here, so it could be about conceiving a child. I don't know if that's something that you would want to do or not, but if that is what's happening, it is what you want, because you've got the Nine of Cups. All right. So, could be that, yes, you're making this deep connection, you're kind of leaving old ways behind, and you're obtaining this individual or this connection or this whatever it is for you. But yeah, it looks like love, and that's making you really happy in the near future. Okay, moving on. Let me see what this was again, though. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Pentacles at the top. Okay, let's go ahead and finish clarifying these, Scorpio. I apologize for being a little bit all over the place tonight, but let's clarify. Okay, so we already know what the Two of Cups is. You feel deeply connected with this person. You feel like this person may be a soulmate or be the one, if it's romantic. I want to clarify, though, why. Okay, so this Five of Spheres, someone being left out in the cold or abandoned. Doesn't seem to me like it would be this Empress/Queen of Cups character, but let's see who it is or what that's about. Spirit, please clarify the Five of Pentacles or Five of Spheres for Scorpio in their house. Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups again. So someone out there feels like you chose your own happiness over them, Scorpio, that maybe you made a selfish decision. Perhaps this could have been somebody that was, you know, wanting you to be more committed to them while you were in this night of... I'm not picking up telepathically on anyone's specific thoughts or feelings here, because as I state in my mission statement on my webpage linked below, I believe that can be a violation at times of other people if it's without their knowledge or consent. However, just making an educated guess on the energy of these cards here, with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, and you also have the Nine of Cups here, I'm feeling like your decision and you're obtaining the sense of personal happiness and satisfaction is leaving somebody feeling abandoned. So, like I said, maybe you were in this Knight of Energy, or excuse me, Knight of Wands energy, and somebody caught feelings and thought that it was more than it was. Or you did, take it as it resonates, because roles can be reversed. And so, yeah, now they're seeing that, you know, it really wasn't anything but what you said it was, or what they said it was. Okay, hopes and fears, Knight of Swords. Some kind of truth rushing in. Let's see what that's about. Spirit, please clarify the Knight of Swords for Scorpio's hopes and fears this week. And then we'll clarify the last card as well before we end the reading. We've got the Sun, Major Arcana for Leo. It could be that you are actually concerned, Scorpio, about some kind of truth coming to light. Either that you'll find out the truth from someone else and it might disturb you in some way. That could be a fear. Or that secrets of your own will come out and be revealed to another person. That could be a fear. And as a hope, it could be that truth comes rushing in and that brings great clarity and joy. It could be that you're waiting on the results of a pregnancy test, for instance. It could be, you know, take it as it resonates. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that so much, but it could be a lot of different things. Even though I don't have a very large viewership at this point, please like, share, subscribe. Out there in the Scorpio collective, I'm sure that it's different for everyone, of course. All right, Spirit, please clarify the Queen of Pentacles for Scorpio. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Scorpio with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so... excuse me again. I'm going to take a break before I do Cancer. Cough it out. I would like to see a little bit more information here. I don't know what else I needed to clarify. But it looks like there's almost kind of, I mean, to me there's a little bit of like a jump, a time jump. Because it's going straight from, you know, well, Spirit's saying look at your past and kind of look at your past behavior. Review that. You know, see if there's anything you learned. See if there's anything you missed. Make your peace with it. Because now you're going to have this, you're going to have to get through something. And maybe that's where I need to clarify a little bit more, because it didn't really jive with the rest of the reading. I mean, yeah, you had this Knight of Wands energy in the past, but I don't see that being as a problem. You've got wish fulfillment, your person in the future. You've got this great connection in your outlook and your subconscious. Yeah, somebody else is upset about it. But it's ending with the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is even better than the Nine of Cups. You know, it's about family wealth and family legacy and generational wealth and having everything you could ever need or want. It's like, I guess here in the U.S. we'd say it's living the American dream, but I don't know if that's quite accurate. It just came to mind. But I want to see here why we started out with the Ten of Wands. That's what it was, right? Yes. The cards are dark and I don't have my glasses on, my bad. But with the strength being, I want to see what that's about. Because it seems like pretty serious to just kind of be brushed over and say, yeah, right now you're dealing with all this shit, but it has nothing to do with your past or your future. I don't really see. So let me just see if I can dig into that a little bit more. Spirit, please clarify the Ten of Wands with the Strength card for Scorpio. Please show me clearly, what does this have to do with everything else? Could be dealing with this person that feels left out and abandoned. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Right there I've got what I need. What Spirit is showing me is that this past connection, or past connections in general, because being in a Knight of Wands energy, and I also speak from a spirit experience, I have to say, just for the sake of disclosure, that I have been in a very Knight of Wands energy. And it can cause a lot of problems. Now, I'm not claiming any of these, but there are possibilities that exist. You know, people can catch stuff if they're being too, you know, if they're in that energy. As I was saying that, I was shuffling, like, not really thinking about it, and the devil flipped over. He looks a lot like my ex, who's a Scorpio, by the way. That's funny as hell. But I'm sorry. Okay, so what I was trying to say was, you might have been dealing with a lot of burdens and responsibility. You know, whether you're male or female, there could have been, you know, a pregnancy involved on one side or another, or there could have been, you know, people blowing up your phone or stalking you, or, you know, maybe you're just really good looking or really sexy, and so it led to, like, a lot of just, like, oh my gosh, I just want to, like, either be alone or, like, I don't know, or meet the one, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's like you met the one, and it just took you out of that energy, which is probably what all these other people were hoping for, that they would be the one that would make you settle down and tame the bad boy. And we hear that story all the time, but I've found in my experience and from other people that I know that it very rarely actually materializes. However, it looks like in this particular case, for this week at least, but, you know, this final outcome is looking at a farther out outcome, and it looks like it's just going to be bliss and wealth and prosperity and all that. But anyway, you had to go through all this other crap to get there and figure out what it was you really wanted. Unfortunately, somebody might be feeling not too happy about that, and whether you want to go back with the Judgment and address that, that might be advised. You know, since Spirit is saying as the goal, Judgment and the Knight of Wands, yeah. Alright, ding! Good job, Kay, putting it together little by little. Yeah, so now with the Devil here popping out, even though I wasn't asking for it, with the Knight of Wands, it's just sort of reiterating to me that, you know, maybe some of that behavior that we've engaged in, and I say we to make it sound like not as harsh, and I apologize, but like I said, I've been in that mode. Maybe some of that really was toxic behavior, and so that might have led to a lot of problems, and so you've had to have the strength to overcome them. And it looks like you did, Scorpio. It looks like Spirit's kind of rewarding you in a sense for what I see coming for you. Finally, I'm just going to pull a couple from the bottom of the decks and end the reading, what you don't see coming. So from the Black Tarot, we have the King of Spheres. Counterpart to the Queen. You may be marrying this person, Scorpio. Or at least, the next one out is the Hierophant. Major Arcana for a Taurus. So you are at least going to be entering, for whoever this resonates with, into a serious contract, which could be marriage. And then the last one I'm going to pull from the bottom is the Fool. Yes. So I see this as being like, that's kind of like your leap of faith. You know, you're not scared anymore. You're really going to go all in with this person or contract, commitment, whatever. Like I said, it looks like a love reading to me, but like, and then on the bottom of the Light Seers deck, we have the King of Swords and the Star. I'm actually, it's coming to me that is probably this other person's energy that we got just a little bit of a glimpse of. That feels like by their not being chosen and by your choosing your happiness, they got abandoned. I believe that this person is going to go with this kind of Aquarius energy of, you know, head over heart and just moving on, you know, with the Star, healing and hoping for better in the future. Not better than you, of course, Scorpio, because there's no such thing. But just better in general for their life. If you made it this far through the reading, Scorpio, it was a little bit of a rough one. Again, I apologize for not being at my best. I will try to, repair that on our next meeting. But please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Happy holidays if you celebrate, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye, Scorpio.